Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video with the School of Hard Knocks. I'm Jack Dumoulin. Today, I'm here to talk about some productivity hacks to help you all that are maybe working or in school, but also want to be entrepreneurs. So as someone who's trying to be an entrepreneur, maybe you have a side hustle, maybe you have a business that you're working on trying to replace that full-time income, or you're currently going to class and you've got a lot of homework and schedules like that. Or instead of trying to go into the workforce right after college, you just want to start your own business. In order to do that productively, you're going to have to find some ways to be able to work on that business successfully. As someone who wants to be an entrepreneur and is an entrepreneur working on my businesses, I'm also a student at the University of Texas at Austin, and I've also held jobs in between this time period. There's been certain days where I've had to make decisions on, do I have to work on school right now, or do I have to work on my business? Using some of these productivity hacks that I'm about to show you is a way that I've been able to get over that hurdle of having to choose of when I need to work on certain things. I have 5 productivity hacks today that I'm going to talk about, but before we do that, please give a subscribe to the channel and like on this video, and let's do it. The first productivity hack that I want to talk to you about is the importance of using a good calendar. You have to be organized, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur and either be working and a student, or maybe all three. You're going to have a lot of conflicting events or hours throughout the day where you're going to have to figure out, am I going to be able to work on my business here? Do I have to study, or do I have to be at work? Do I have meetings for work? You just find some time to either plan out the week ahead of you and the month ahead of you, and maybe even a couple months ahead of you as to when you want to accomplish your goals and when you want to get certain things done. For me, my best practice is every night before I go to bed, I'm going to look at my calendar and plan out my entire next day and make sure that I'm still on track with the things that I want to get done. But I also, at the beginning of each week, on maybe like Sunday night or something like that, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to map out, okay, for work or for school, and then for my business, what things do I want to accomplish this week? And then I'm going to allocate each hour of the day to that time. The next productivity hack that I use is prioritizing the tasks that I have to work on. Typically, for most of us, if we have a lot going on our plate, whether it is for school or work, and trying to be an entrepreneur at the same time, we're going to have to pick and choose which events and which tasks are more of a priority to us. That being said, since we're balancing so much, sometimes when it gets to later in the day or later in the week, later in the month, sometimes you're going to lose that motivation to just get everything done that you have on your plate. You have a ton that's going on with school or work, or maybe even both, and then you have a whole business that you're trying to build. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're not passionate about what you're doing or that you have a lack of motivation or that you're lazy. It's literally just, we're human beings. We're only meant to operate at a certain capacity. It can't all be Elon Musk that's able to juggle Tesla and SpaceX and the Boring Company. And especially a lot of us are probably very young. So don't be so hard on yourself. This is a recurring problem for you. But a great way to fix it is to sit down and prioritize which tasks and events mean the most to you and driving the most results for you. Usually what you can do is when you're in that planning process of going through your calendar at the beginning of the day, the week, and the month, you can maybe write down a little number on a scale of 1 to 5, with maybe 1, this is top priority, this is what I need to get done, this is what's going to either drive my business, or this is what's going to get these important assignments done, or this is what I really need to do for work that's going to make my job successful. Get those tasks taken care of at the beginning of the day if they're a daily task, taken care of at the beginning of the week if they're just a weekly task that you set out, or if it's something that you're doing every month. Just take care of it in that first week of the month. That way, when it comes to that time when you do kind of lose that unintentional motivation and you're just sitting there, dang, like this is really hard to get through right now, I'm trying my best. That way, the most important things are already taken care of. And that way, in case you do come to a point where you do have less energy and motivation to work on something, you're only really left with the tasks that are very easy to work on, and they're not those big pain points that are going to drive yourself forward. Save those big moments for your business, school, or work for when you have your most energy and most motivation, and usually getting them done as early as possible is really going to save you a lot of time later on. The third productivity hack that I want to show you guys is to write down your goals every single day, morning and night. Here's why. If the first thing you wake up in the morning and the first thoughts that you're going to propel your brain with are the things that mean the most to you, whether it be your goals in your health, your wealth, your career, your family, if those thoughts are the first thing you fill your brain with at the beginning of the day, then that's just going to set a great precedent for the rest of the day going forward. It's going to be that instant boost of motivation for you to realize what is most important to you in your life and what are you trying to accomplish for the day. When you're writing down these goals, don't just write down the things that you want to accomplish in a physical tense, but also write down some goals of who you want to become as a person. This is just going to boost your overall motivation and positivity to revolve your life around the most important things to you. Then, just as importantly, when it comes time to end the day, you want to do the same exact thing to go to bed on. Help yourself go to bed on a happy note and just reflect that every single day that what you're working towards are these goals and what's most important to you. It'll also give you a great motivational boost to help you get out of bed the next morning if your last thought before you go to bed is the things that are most important to you and what you want to accomplish. As people who are in work or school and you're also trying to be an entrepreneur, this can sometimes be very difficult if you have so many things going on in your life to really keep track of what am I working towards? Why am I putting myself through this struggle of having all these events going on with work and school and these things I got to get done with that, but I have these passions over here as an entrepreneur that I want to work on. It's a lot to take in. And so sometimes you just need something at the beginning and end of your day to really help you keep on track with what you're really working towards day in, day out. It also kind of plays hand in hand with, mapping out your day the night before and prioritizing your tasks. Writing down what goals you want to accomplish is just going to motivate you more to complete all of those things in a timely manner. That way that you can inch further and further towards those goals that you're constantly reminding yourself at the beginning and end of each day. Another great productivity hack for entrepreneurs that are also working or in school is having an accountability partner. Having someone that you can turn to and really keep you in check and making sure that you're getting what you want to get done is a great partner to have. Sometimes you're just going to have those days where you get kind of off track or maybe you're not getting your stuff done. So if you could partner with a friend or someone that you respect as a close associate that might be in the same space as you, the same industry, having those people there in place to help get you through those times when you don't want to get things done and to check in on you, be like, hey, did you get your tasks done for the day? Did you get closer to your goals today? Did you get that workout in? Did you meet with that client? Did you get that school assignment done? Did you do well at that meeting at work? Having these people in your life that are also going through the same journey that you are, that can relate to what you're going through on a daily basis, these are the type of people that are going to help you get over the finish line. I myself, working on this channel with my brother and one of my closest friends, we have to keep each other accountable every single day in order to get the things done that we want to get done in order to achieve our goals. And so the same thing can be applied to you. If you're working throughout the day or you have school, that can be a tough thing and take over the entrepreneur side. But if you have other entrepreneur friends that continue to say, hey man, realize that entrepreneurship and that business that you're trying to work on, it's very important to you. So you got to spend at least an hour a day working on it, even though you have this stuff going on. And vice versa. Maybe you have somebody who's also an entrepreneur, but they're working and they're in school and be like, in order to get through this phase of your life, you have to get some of this stuff done. Just having an accountability group or a partner just to bounce off of, it's something that's going to drive you forward for more success. If you can learn how to keep people that you care about accountable, then you can pretty much keep anybody accountable. And that's just going to help you grow as a leader, as a business person, and someone with so much on their plate. If you can help show empathy and care for somebody else while you have so much going on, it's just going to show other people that, you really are a genuine person. You really want to see other people succeed, especially those that you care about, all while having all the things going on in your life. Before I get into this last productivity hack, I just want to tell you guys, thank you guys so much for the engagement that you've been giving us on our platforms. Thank you guys for the engagement on our TikTok and our Instagram pages. If you're not currently following those, go over to TikTok, go over to Instagram. We got a lot of great content, a lot of great interviews with some great people around the city of Austin. And just thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got a lot of great content coming for you guys soon. So make sure that you're subscribing to all our channels and hope that you guys are currently enjoying the content that we're putting out because we got a lot of great stuff coming for you guys. And our last productivity hack for entrepreneurs that are currently working or in school is that you need to work on your business for at least 1 hour a day. I know that 1 hour a day does not seem like a long time that you have to really dedicate to work on something, but you would be surprised. With all this stuff that you might be having going on at work, you got a lot of meetings and maybe some take-home work in order to make your boss happy and be successful there. Or with entrepreneurs that are currently students, you have a lot of classes that you got to attend to with a lot of assignments and exams outside of those classes. You'd be surprised that there are some days where you'll go through the whole day and you just don't touch anything with your business. It is crucial that as something as important to you as your business and the brand that you're trying to grow outside of school or work, is that you do dedicate time to it every single day because it means so much to you. If anything, you can use the tools in this video to be able to carve out time throughout your day, at least 1 hour, to be able to dedicate to your goals and your business and help drive it forward. If you go one day without doing anything to work on your business, that might turn into 2, and that might turn into a week, and that might turn into more. And before you know it, you've just gone a long period of time where you're letting this dream of yours go behind the wayside. You don't want to look back in 10 years and say, damn, I wish I would have gone this route and I wish I would have had my business, but I had school and work in place. If you just dedicate an hour a day, at least an hour and more, to your business around side of these things, I guarantee you that before you know it, you're soon going to be faced with the decision of, should I just work on my business full time because it's bringing in this much income? Or do I have to keep working? At some point, you're going to be faced with that decision, but you'll never get there if you don't spend the adequate amount of time every day to work on your business. And with your busy schedule, I think 1 hour is not too hard to ask of yourself. If anything, you should feel really fortunate to have found something that you're super passionate about and that you can maybe change the world with outside of what you're currently doing. And that is a beautiful thing. That's going to be something that you can tell your kids about and your grandkids, or just tell the world about, to be able to tell your story through this business and this passion project that you're working on. But it's never going to happen unless you do dedicate every single day to that cause and to that business. So if you're someone who's like me, who's an entrepreneur in school and has worked during that entire period of time, all I can say is on the days that I don't dedicate to my business, I realize that there's a tremendous stop in the growth of it. But when I get that momentum of every single day that I'm dedicating at least part of my day to working on it, I see massive changes. And for those of you who are entrepreneurs, who are working or in school, I feel for you guys. I feel those same struggles, and I know you're going to kill it, and I know you're going to make it. And I hope these 5 productivity hacks can help you get there. So thanks so much for coming back to the School of Hard Knocks, guys. We really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. And as always, please subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of great content coming, and please make sure to check out our other videos. Thanks, guys.